In this video, we're diving into how to connect your Squarespace website with your Kajabi courses, even though these two platforms don't natively integrate. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build your first website the smart way, without wasting time on tools that don't play nice together. If you love Squarespace for your site design and Kajabi for your online courses, memberships, or digital products, you're not alone. The challenge? Making them work together without duct tape and frustration. But don't worry, there's a clean way to do this. Actually, there's a few. So in this tutorial, I'll walk you through a perfect integration strategy using tools like Zapier, form embeds, and a few tricks to make the whole thing feel seamless for your visitors. Let's get into it. Why use Squarespace for your website and Kajabi for courses? Let's start with why you'd even want this combo in the first place. Squarespace is hands down one of the best platforms for building beautiful, clean websites without touching a line of code. It's got drag and drop functionality, solid blogging tools, and modern templates that don't look like they came from 2008. On the flip side, Kajabi is great for selling and delivering digital products, especially online courses, coaching programs, memberships, and email sequences. It's an all-in-one system built for course creators and educators who want to sell without stitching together 10 different tools. The only catch? They're both great, but they don't talk to each other out of the box. The problem? No native integration. This is where most people hit a wall. There's no built-in Kajabi app in Squarespace. No plug-and-play feature that says connect to Kajabi. But here's the good news. There are workarounds, and they're not as techy as you might think, so let's break them down. The perfect integration strategy, step by step. Now, option one is a Zapier automation, and this is the most flexible. First up is Zapier, and if you've never used it before, don't stress. It's basically a middleman that connects your favorite apps and automates repetitive tasks. Here's how it works with Squarespace and Kajabi. A visitor fills out a form on your Squarespace site. That triggers a zap, an automated action. Zapier sends that info over to Kajabi, maybe to register them for a course, tag them for an email sequence, or add them to your customer list. It's all happening behind the scenes in real time. Zapier makes that kind of automation possible without writing code or hiring a developer. It's simple, it's scalable, and once you set it up, it just runs. So let's go ahead and get started here with Zapier. So I'm gonna go ahead and log into my Zapier account here. And what's great about Zapier is it's made to be simple. So let's go ahead and we'll type in Squarespace. We'll go to Squarespace Forms and we'll search for our pairing app where we go look for Kajabi and click on Kajabi. Now what's great is that it has a way here for these two to talk. So when this happens, automatically do this. So when we have a new form submission over on Squarespace, actually we want to swap this out. So the trigger should be Squarespace. So when a new form is submitted, we come over here and we can choose an event that we want to automatically happen. We can grant access to an offer. We can create form submission or revoke access to an offer. So we want to go ahead and choose this grant access to an offer and click on connect the apps. Then this brings us into the Kajabi editor here where we can go ahead and configure this all. So we can come here to our Squarespace forms, create a new trigger event. So that's going to be new form submission. And then we just log into our Squarespace account. Then here on the Kajabi side of things, we want it to give access to an offer. And then again, same thing here. We just need to sign into that account and connect the two apps. Option two, Integrately or Pabbly, easy versus advanced. Maybe you're not into Zapier. Two other tools to know are Integrately and Pabbly Connect. Integrately is kind of like Zapier's more beginner-friendly cousin. It comes with a bunch of one-click automation templates, which means there's no setup headaches. So let's say someone buys something in Kajabi. You can use Integrately to instantly create a record for them in Squarespace or trigger a follow-up email. Pabbly, on the other hand, is better if you want more control. With Pabbly Connect, you can add filters, branching logic, and even multi-step workflows. It's a solid choice if you're running a more complex funnel, like only giving course access after a certain form is completed and verified. If Zapier feels too overwhelming and you still want something visual and no code, these are great alternatives. Option three, use Magical to copy data between platforms. Sometimes you don't even need automation. You just need to save time copying info from Kajabi to Squarespace. Squarespace. That's where Magical comes in. Magical is a free Chrome extension that acts like a text expander on steroids. It lets you label chunks of data from one app and paste them into another with just a few keystrokes. Let's say you've built out your course in Kajabi, and now you want to list it on your Squarespace site with the title, description, price, and thumbnail. With Magical, you can tag those fields in Kajabi once, then use shortcuts like /course to paste everything into Squarespace instantly. It's not fancy automation, but for smaller updates or content seeking, it works like magic, literally. Option 4, embed Kajabi forms directly on your Squarespace site. Now this one's criminally underrated. Kajabi lets you build forms, and every form comes with an embed code. All you have to do is grab the HTML snippet, drop it into a Squarespace code block, and boom, that Kajabi form is now part of your Squarespace page. This works great for lead magnets, email opt-ins, webinar registrations, waitlists, free mini course signups, and the best part is that when someone fills it out, they're instantly added to your Kajabi pipeline. No Zapier needed. It's the simplest way to collect leads on Squarespace while managing them in Kajabi. Option 5, build smart forms with Jotform. So Kajabi's built-in forms are solid, but sometimes you need more. Things like conditional logic, multi-step forms, file uploads, payment fields. That's where Jotform comes in. You can build custom forms in Jotform, embed them into your Squarespace site, and then use a tool like Zapier or Pabbly to push that data into Kajabi. Option 6, custom API integration if you're feeling fancy. Now, if you're running an agency, scaling fast, or building something more custom, you can go deeper and connect Squarespace and Kajabi using APIs. Kajabi has a powerful API that allows developers to create users, assign products, trigger email campaigns, track activity. Now, while Squarespace is more limited on the developer side, you can still use code blocks, Netlify functions, or even serverless platforms like AWS Lambda to bridge the gap. This level of integration lets you fully control the customer journey, from sign up to course access to email follow-ups and beyond. Just keep in mind, it's powerful, but you'll need a developer or some serious DIY skills to pull it off. Bonus tips for a seamless experience. If you're going to split your website between Squarespace and Kajabi, here are a few tips to make it feel like one smooth system. Number 1, match branding. Use the same fonts, colors, and voice across both platforms. Link strategically. Add Kajabi product or login links to your Squarespace navigation bar. Set clear expectations. Let users know where they're going and what will happen. Mobile test everything. Make sure the handoff from Squarespace to Kajabi works well on phones, because that's where most traffic comes from. Common pitfalls to avoid. Before you go full speed ahead, here are a few things to watch out for. Clunky user flow. If people have to jump between too many platforms or re-enter info, you'll lose them. Broken links. Always test your buttons, forms, and redirects, especially after an update. Lack of follow-up. Make sure email automations are in place to nurture leads once they enter Kajabi. Why this combo works so well. Look, you don't need to pick between Squarespace or Kajabi. They actually complement each other really well when you play to their strengths. Use Squarespace to build a stunning front-end website that reflects your brand and attracts your audience. And use Kajabi to manage your products, courses, memberships, and all the marketing that goes with that. And with just a little bit of setup, like using Zapier, embeds, or a tool like Magical, you can create a seamless system that works behind the scenes. No more copying and pasting emails. No more double entry. No more missed leads. You're now running a business that looks polished and runs smoothly without needing 10 separate logins or a developer on speed dial. Now, if you want to get started with Kajabi or Squarespace, you can click links down in the description to get started. And if you go ahead and use Squarespace, use code MyFirstWebsite, all one word, at checkout to save 10% off your order. These are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And it's these commissions that really help support the channel, and they allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you use them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more. So be sure to subscribe. You're not going to want to miss it. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.